Maka's guides.
Hey guys, Maka here, playing Far Cry Primal a couple months before it's out. I was lucky enough to be invited to the Ubisoft Toronto offices to get my hands on this game for about an hour. I learned a whole bunch of stuff about it, played it a whole bunch, captured a lot of gameplay. I'm bringing you the best parts of that gameplay with this commentary to explain what the hell's going on, what's new, what's familiar, and kind of everything in between. So this game is called Far Cry Primal. It comes out in late February, unless obviously that date is changed in the future. This game takes place 10,000 BC, so 12,000 years ago, in the Stone Age, just after the Ice Age. You play a guy named Takar, and you are basically the hunted instead of being the hunter, as in previous Far Cry games. You're kind of trying to survive against the elements, against other tribes, and against the animals that want to kill you. You have a variety of things at your hands, and to set up the gameplay a little bit, in this gameplay I had been playing for about like 20-30 minutes, and I decided to skip all the beginning parts for you guys because I was getting like acquainted with the controls. I was failing a lot, going through a lot of menus and reading stuff, and it was kind of just generally boring gameplay. So I decided to pick it up during an interesting part that I could really explain. And now that I know a little bit more about the weapons, I've decided to take out my bow and my club. There's also a long bow and a two-handed club, which I'll show a little bit later. There's also spears and stuff too. I've decided to take out my bait and throw my bait to tame this saber-toothed tiger. You can tame wild animals to basically become your pets and or friends and or whatever the hell you want to call them. They become your friendly allies that will follow you around, listen to your commands, and you can do a whole lot of things with them that are very important to the game. So right now I have a saber-toothed tiger. I also had a wolf earlier on and a brown bear that helped me a whole bunch, and they were all pretty useful. They all have slightly different things they do, slightly different amount of health they have and damage they cause and agility they have. They all act slightly differently. So what you can do with them is basically, you can have them follow you and they basically act on your command. If you're sneaking through a base, they kind of just follow you and wait for your move. You can tell them to attack certain people, and they'll do that for you. You can tell them to actually go to a different side of the base, and they'll just kind of take the attention of the enemies away from you, and then you can go and stealth kill your enemies. On the screen right now, you see me surveying an area with an owl. What? So you also have an owl companion, which you can whistle in at any time. And because obviously this game is, taking place forever ago, we don't have the modern luxuries of binoculars. So what we'll be doing is using our owl buddy to survey an area before we go into it to see if there's any enemies, any animals, or anything we should be scared of before we go there. You can summon your owl to survey an area, mark enemies, mark key interest points. You can even command your pets with the owl and attack enemies with the owl to a certain amount. Now you see me spelunking, which I believe is the proper term for when someone's running through a cave. I'm going to light my arrow on fire, actually my club on fire, I believe, to clear some shrubbery here, and behind that shrubbery I can find some clay, which you'll need to scavenge in order to craft certain stuff like your arrows and whatever you're going to be crafting to heal yourself. You'll need to kind of scrounge around in similar to the way we would have done with plants in the previous Far Cries. And there's also going to be a cave painting on the side of this rock. It says I have 1 of 22. I don't know if that's how many are in the game, or if that's how many are in the area, or if that's just how many are in this play build. I have 1 of 22. I'm going to assume that's some type of collectible. There's also an indication on my screen that says if I get 2 more, I get a reward of some sort, maybe a skill point. Maybe as I progress through the game and unlock enough cave paintings, my character learns English. I have no idea. This is not information that was given to me, nor did I figure it out in time before my session was over. Yes, we can swim underwater. Cavemen were able to do this, so it's in the game. As I was saying about the pets, like I said, you can use them in a lot of variety of ways, and they can complement your playstyle regardless of whatever your playstyle is. I like to do stealth stuff, so if you have them on follow mode, they'll pretty much stay quiet unless you're like seen, which is cool. But if you like to kind of like run in there and just bash people over the back of the head with a club, they'll help you with that. They'll take bites out of the back of their necks as they're not looking. And like I said, also scrounging around for all different types of things in the caves and on people and plants and just looking around generally your environment, trying to get the best use out of everything is generally a good idea. Here is a bear. I decided to try to shoot it in the head with a flaming arrow. Now, there's a longbow and a normal bow. The longbow obviously shoots quite further with a lot less bullet drop. I was still getting used to how much drop there was on a lot of the long-range weapons, like the bow. So I missed completely a hell of a lot. I pull up the map. I decide, hey, I'm going to go for Roaring Falls Bonfire. This is a new objective I have. I'm going to fast forward a little bit so you guys don't just see me running through the jungle aimlessly. I'm going to grapple up this kind of side thing up the mountain, and I'm going to use my owl to survey the area, take out all the enemies with my saber-toothed tiger, light the bonfire to kind of capture the base, make it my base before the nightfall, which is even more dangerous than the daytime. I'm going to let you guys enjoy some of that gameplay. Hopefully you do enjoy it. I'll be joining you with a little bit more commentary in part 2 of this video series. It should last about 15 to 20 minutes in total. This first video is going to be about 8 minutes. I hope you guys do enjoy it. Make sure you share it with your friends. I would really appreciate that. That would be super helpful to me. Let me continue making videos at the pace and quality I'm making them for you guys. Feel free to drop a like if you found the video, you know, cool to watch or whatever. And hopefully I'll see you in the next part and the next kind of Far Cry Primal videos in the near future. Thanks for watching. Peace!